Well, hello again there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and hop on in here. So we're going to stick back and we're going to do a little bit more late model. We have not been able to get around this place very fast, so we've got a little bit of time before we actually get into the race session. I think right now there's about 12 people registered, so we'll try and do that. So try and get that squared up. But yeah, let me check one thing here because it looks like
What's up,
the one
Dylan?
side is kind of choppy. One side's a little
What's
choppy
up?
on the mirror. Don't know why. Don't know why. Oh well. We're gonna leave that as I'm not too worried about it right now. So anyway, yeah. So let's get this thing going. So we're gonna see what kind of adjustments we can make, you know, more than anything. Yeah, basically OBS is yelling at me. Turn down your presets. Turn them down. You're too loud. So let's get that out of the way. Let's bring this to the front. And let's get this thing going here. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead, hop in and practice. Let's take a look at the actual temperatures and stuff that we're looking at right now. Right now it's 82 degrees. I think that's about where it was when we raced the last time. I want to say that's where it was the last time, but again, I mean, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. All right. So let's go to the garage. Let's get in the setup here. Let's just go to my setup, save current setup. No, we're not too worried about that right now. Let's see here. So we're at Langley. So we got the one that we had that was a base, but then the one that we had a little bit better luck with was this tail dragger one. His ISO dubbed it anyway. So hopefully, we can get a decent lap in here with this, but we'll leave it like it is right now. Again, we got a ton of ride height in front. We got the rear actually lower than the right front, which is why I called it the tail dragger. So let's see here. Right now we're getting huge dips on the CPU here. It's not happy. Let's see what it does when we jump in the sim here. See if it'll let us live or if it's going to make us die. So again, we do have different kind of presets that we're running in OBS right now. Again, we're still kind of playing around with some of the settings that we can and can't do in VR. You know, and if it's that bad, then we'll probably just stop it and then we'll restart the stream. But
Car stopped ahead. Got a car stopped ahead. Go
got
high.
a big old wreck.
Slow car down low.
So one thing that's kind of coming
Slow
into
car down
play
low.
here is the longer and longer I have this freaking Logitech wheel, it likes to kind of lose memory as far as like the brake pedal goes until you press it all the way down. And I don't know why it does that, but it likes to do that. So we'll make a habit of knocking that cone out of the way since we're in pit 1. So one thing I noticed is this car likes to really kind of just jump sideways if you jump off the gas.
Slow car down low. Go high.
Especially getting into 1 and 2.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And it really just likes to come around right there. That's the thing that I struggle with. The thing just is not consistent. You know, that's really the big thing. We're gonna hop out right here. And yeah. We'll come over. We're gonna get a new car here. But I do want to see kind of the times and stuff that we're looking at here. we need to fix this here. Cockpit. I'm fine with that. So let's look at the times, see how far off we are here. Results wise, yeah, Dylan's about a 10th quicker than we are. So what can we do to try and get this car just a little bit stabler on entry, and then still turning through the center? Because that's really the issue that we're having right now. Adding front stagger will help, but that's going to make it even looser on entry. I mean, we could try and do that and then basically fight it with some brake bias. Right now the brake bias is all the way forward. So we could do that. We just have to kind of rake this tail down even more. Because, I mean, we've got... So the rebound stiffness is going to make us a little bit tighter under braking and turn-in. So, I mean, that's something that we can do. We could play with that. I mean, we've got a lot of truck arm preload just kind of hanging out there. So let's clean this up first. And as a negative number, that basically means we've got a gap. You know, and that gap, you know, what that's doing is it's not letting that, it's basically letting the car totally roll over, getting into the corner before that bar actually makes contact and then stops the body roll. So it's really kind of letting that rear end kind of run away. So let's leave that like that and see if that does anything. That's something I didn't really notice before that we were messing with. So let's leave that, and then let's jump back in here and then see where we're at here. Let's see if that actually makes it any tighter, because I think it's going to, believe it or not.
Go high.
It's definitely tighter on entry, considering we threw all that stagger in the front of it.
Car outside. Clear outside. Slow car down low.
And it's just kind of pushing out through the center. We're just kind of driving through it. We're not actually, you know, getting on there and turning. You know, and that's kind of a problem, because the car's not really cutting through the center. It's just kind of
Slow car down low.
just kind of rolling through it. Yeah, knocking it off the wall ain't gonna help. Knocking it off the wall ain't gonna help anything. So, like I said, it wasn't necessarily faster, but the car feels a little bit better. So we just want to kind of keep up with the speeds here. So Dylan's down in the 3s. We're a 10th off at him. Dalton's about the same speed we are. James Kroll's at a 490. So, I mean, it looks like we'll have a decent strength of field here. So let's see what we can do. Try and help keep this car turning. I hate to do it, but I almost want to drop that right front down a little bit. So dropping that right front's going to actually tighten us up, I think. Kind of. But see, we still got to kind of fix this. Because when we did that, basically it threw that down. I want to see what this feels like, though. I do, just to see if getting tighter is the right way to go. And right now, the left bar end clearance is negative. I'd like to get that so it's reading... so it's reading almost 0. So let's do this. Let's lower this down. Raise that back up a couple clicks. And again, all I'm trying to do is just get that to 0. And the other trick that we can do is just do that. Apply that. Get our ride heights roughly where we want them. And basically a negative bar end clearance there is going to basically be that we got a ton of pressure on it. And it's kind of tricky because that reads as like a negative number, this reads as a positive number, but this is positive force. Again, it's just kind of weird the way that the whole thing reads out. But the other thing that I did notice is we don't have, I don't know if we have max camber in here. I don't think that we do. So that's something that we can do. Just throw some camber in it just to try and get the thing to roll around a little bit better. But that's definitely going to help that turn through the center. Let's see what this feels like. We've got the front weights here, 61.6, so the cross weight's going up. The bottom, that's going to make us even looser out. So let's leave that and try that. Time-wise, what do we got here? All right, we got 3 minutes, so we better make up our mind pretty quick.
Car stop down low. Slow car down low. Go high, go high. Car outside. Clear outside. Car stopped at 5. Slow car down low. Slow car ahead. Slow car down low. Slow car down low.
Kind of getting down to the bottom too early there. We really got to kind of arc this thing in. Trick is when you do that, the car really wants to come around here. So let's put in a couple good laps. Especially in 1 and 2. The car's just really unhappy.
Go high. Slow car down low. Car inside. They're inside.
Alright. So let's go back. I don't really think we've made much progress here. I mean, the bar clearance made the car feel better, but I don't think it's as fast. I know on the fast laps we are really charging hard down into the center. So if we could try to stabilize this thing getting in, I think that would probably be for the best. So let's try this. Let's take the well, hold on. Let's cancel that. Yes, we want to discard all the setup changes here. Let's go back to my setups. We don't want to save it. What I want to do is I want to load in the one that we had, which was this, which is kind of the base one. I think we might be getting pulled over here. Should be getting pulled over in a second here. Not yet. Yeah, I know we failed tech. Shut up. So let's do this. Alright, so the camera's exactly where we would want it. It's kind of maxed up. And then let's do... that to kind of straighten her up a little bit. It's kind of funny. Yes, discard the setup changes. So basically it's dinging us for too low. And now we're okay. Classic. What's up, Dylan? Yeah, we're just dying on the setup here. Really? You're gonna be like that? There we go. Well, we're just gonna go over the race session, see what the weather there is, and go from there. If we gotta put our old setup back in, we'll put the old setup back in. I mean, it's not a big deal. Ultimately, I think the track temperature is a little bit higher than what it was. You know, again, with it just getting loose, getting in that's the killer. You know, it's just it is hard on it in terms of just trying to get the car to turn more than anything. All right, come on, cooler weather. A little bit cooler. A little bit cooler. Let's go to tech. Stupid thing. All right, let's get out there and just see what this thing kind of feels like. Bad news is it looks like we're like the 2 car or the 3 car.
Roll car down low. Roll car down low.
Like I said, I mean, this setup is definitely faster. The thing just feels... It's definitely just not happy on entry. Like, you almost have to, like, just half throttle it. And then just set it and go.
Roll car down low. Hard stop low. No high.
I'm just not happy with it. Just not happy with it. To be true. I don't know. 30,000 subscribers, that would be a lot. Alright, so let's take a look. So James Curl, Jared Mogard, us, Dylan, Matt, Sean Bazin. Let's look at the results. Somehow we're freaking whatever fastest. Yeah, that's more like it here. So Matthew put down a 291. That's pretty damn fast. With it being a little bit cooler, let's just go what we've been running with here. Let's go to my setups. No, we don't want to save that, and I don't want to screw around with everything. Let's see here. Let's go with this one. Let's fix this. So we're just basically going to put all the camber back in it. All the camber in it that we can anyway. So we'll have to drop this down. And again, this is kind of a YOLO thing that we're doing here. But, I mean, when we're this far off, we've got to try something. Again, we're just trying to get this to be happy here. And ultimately, I want a little bit of ride height over there. All right, let's try this. And qualifying wise, we're just gonna kind of use this as our session. What's up, Jack? We'll use this as our little test session to see if there's any changes that we want to make here. But our crossweight's sitting at 60.3, and like I said, ultimately we just have not been able to get this car to be happier on entry. So I mean, going to the top, that'll help us. In terms of tightening it up on entry and loosening it up off. And that's really where we probably should have been the whole time. But again, we'll just try to keep the front low, or the front kind of where it is, and try to keep this idea that we were kind of lowering the rear end of it, just to try to keep the car squatted to climb up off the corner. Jack, more like nerd. Wow, Brandon. Harsh words. Harsh words. All right, so qualifying stuff. It's only us and Jared who haven't gone yet. So let's go ahead and do that. See what this car actually feels like anyway.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag. Here comes your first time lap. One more lap.
Alright, well if we would have actually done it right there, it would have been better.
There's the flag. It's over.
I don't even know what time we put down. I think it was okay. Wasn't great though. 393. Somehow we pulled that up. Please fix your friend. Alright, so if I had to say anything about this setup right now, I like it. Let's see, let's go to the garage. What do we want to do to try and loosen this car up? We can play with the ride height just a little bit. We're at 60.7. I don't want to mess around with the front too much because it's gripping pretty well. Let's try to raise the right rear a little bit. What's that do to the camber? It doesn't do anything to the camber. Want to do a race tonight VR, but I don't feel ready yet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, be ready. I mean, if you've raced, don't make it your first race. I mean, you definitely need to practice a little bit. Just kind of get a sense of it and how it feels and all that stuff. It's really hard to kind of describe to people what it feels like, to run in VR. It doesn't make you sick or anything like that. Just everything's a little bit jittery. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And I think a lot of that is I'm pushing this system pretty damn hard. I mean, when we're streaming and this is running, everything's breathing hard. So I think a lot of it is that, personally. But let's see here. Tape fuel should be fine. Let's be done here. How much time do we got? All right, let's go to the garage. 60.4. I too like to live dangerously. We'll change it to 60, and just pray then, I guess. Really? Okay. All right. I mean, that's probably part of it. Like I said, we have a whole bunch of new settings that we're messing around with, so we'll go back through and we'll see. Because you can see, like right now, if you look up in the top there, we're sitting at like, it just floats around between 80 and 90, and then you jump in and it'll be at 32.
Line up on the outside. Pit road
Now we're
closed.
at 40. And my guess is everything, yeah. It's not that, it's the fact that we're changing all these other settings, so within OBS, we have other settings that are playing with it, and the issue that we're having right now is the CPU usage. Like, I don't know if you guys caught it, but you could see the meter up in the right. You could see that go red when we jumped in when the CPU is trying to render everything real quick. So that's the main issue right now. But that is an encoder preset that's in OBS. It's something that I changed, trying to get everything fixed back up because I messed around with some stuff, and basically it reset OBS, all the stream and output settings. So we've got to get that fixed back up.
1 lap to green.
And
Good luck, guys. Good luck, buddy.
So hopefully you run away, Sean.
Get ready. Going green.
All right, boys. I know, I did hear that too.
Pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Like I said, I think these guys are going to be probably a little bit faster than we are. Like I said, if you can kind of drive into center real hard, it's just not, we just don't have it. I mean, that's a lot of it. A lot of it is I'm just not very good around this track. Say Matthew's letting Curl go. That's probably a mistake. Either that or he got loose. Well, I mean, we got a long ways to go here. We got, you know, over 40 laps to go. I mean, they're pulling away a little bit. And I'm not looking at Curl. I'm looking at Dylan. So we got Sean haunting our mirror here. Thinking about Langley is it's just like rolling the bottom there. It starts to get loose. Rolling the bottom there, it just takes so much patience. And the car does feel better. It feels much better than what it was. Like I said, I mean, you hit it, you hit it. She got a little bit loose right there. So he's only getting looser. So we definitely got pressure back here.
Cross flag, halfway to the finish.
Say, Sean's definitely quicker than we are. The question is, how long can we make him be patient? So we're closing on Matthew just a little bit. I don't know if it'll amount to anything because we only got 19 laps, but we do have some lap traffic here too. It's definitely getting loose on entry. Oh my god. It is tough. Like, you can see Sean just eat us up on entry. But through the center, I mean, we're loose enough that we can kind of gap him a little bit. And I think he's trying to not run us over. look at this gaggle of cars right here. Oh my god. Alright, we gotta get around this car here.
Outside. Still there. Clear.
Time is running out. We only got 10 laps to get up there to Matthew. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that.
Ten laps to go.
Thank you.
So he's just hovering right there, 1.7, 1.9. But yeah, I mean, they're killing us on entry. And we just can't get this car right on entry.
Five laps to go.
I had to go. So we still got Sean on our tail here.
Laps to go.
I mean, we've got the gap shortened up here, but we just don't have enough time. And we pulled up away from Sean, but we're just not running consistent laps. The car doesn't feel very good on entry.
White flag. One to go.
Alright, well at least we got away from Sean.
Top row.
And he could have ran us over a bunch of
Good
times.
race, guys.
But yeah, ultimately, just not very good
There's the
here.
checkered flag.
Dang it, I was trying hard to get by you there, Aaron.
I don't feel so. I know, could have run my ass over plenty of times. I appreciate it.
No, I wasn't going to do that. Not intentionally. It was good there for a little while, but I think I killed it. The last 5-10 laps there. I didn't have nothing
Race
for
is
you.
over.
Yeah, I just can't get the car feeling right on entry. The thing's just too loose on entry. And really, I think what we need to do is the stream. I think I think what we need to do is we really need to play around with the rear suspension. We may need to throw some rear rebound in it, just to try and get the thing right, just to try and tie that front end back down. But I really just keep the thing from just throwing the ass end of it up so fast. We got to do something. But really, in terms of what we did and everything, let's see.
I ran just as fast of a lap in practice in regular race trim as I did in qualifying trim for qualifying.
Yeah, rip this stream. Really, this is the view that we saw every single lap. Boom, 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 boom. You see him kind of drawing away. Just kind of, they keep drawing away. I mean, you can see him up there just getting further and further away. They got up on those lap cars, and we started to gain. But really just didn't. He got to that lap car and then really kind of slowed up a little bit. But that was it. I mean, that's really all we had. The car wasn't super sideways. It just wasn't feeling all that good on entry. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. But let me do this here. Let's go over to the desktop, and we'll take a look and see what all how we did and everything. Just bear with me 1 second. But I honestly think this is going to be a push, yeah, in terms of iRating. Like, we finished 4th, but the guy with the 5 car and the 4 car finished in front of us. So, really we should have finished in front of them. Yeah, if I bring you guys over to the desktop, you guys should be able to see this here. Hopefully you can see the desktop. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Y'all got desktop now. All right, so yeah, in terms of split, obviously that's going to be the top split. We come home 4th in the 3 car. Again, just kind of a mediocre deal. I mean, we're at 4152, so we gained 3 in iRating, but it's a 0x, so we gain 0.11 in safety rating. So 101 points. It's not really a huge strength of field. I mean, really, it's all on James. Pulling it up to a 2715. It's really just James, me, and then Jared, and then you've got who's in the lowest here. 1600 would be the lowest iRating. So again, yeah, 9,000 iRating. The stream just improved a bit. Say all this joking. Yeah, just that black screen is way better. So anyways, I think that'll pretty much do it for us, guys. So I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see what else we get into. I think that we've got Phoenix in the NIS tomorrow. We'll play around with some of the encoder settings and see if we can maybe get that straightened out a little bit. So, but thank you guys again, and until the next time, take care.